Ah, weep, grana, weep, and ninny-bong, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be checking a look at the mighty Mini Bruticus. Also, Dr. Wu gets its Evangelion, and then also look at that bad boy right there. And then also, oh no, they did it again. What on earth is that? All this and much more coming up in the next few minutes.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
First up though, I usually release a video every Saturday on this channel, and some of you may have realised that last week, I did not manage that. That was because I was actually in the hospital, and shortly after releasing the video last week, I ended up in the hospital for a couple of days. Nothing too major, nothing too serious, but that's what happened. So again, on emails and things like that, I'm just trying to recover from my stay in the hospital. So if you're waiting for a reply on an email or anything from me at the moment, I'm just making my way through my emails right about now. First up though, Funbie Studios, and Happy New Year. We had the Lunar New Year happen again over the weekend, and it is now the Year of the Rabbit. So to celebrate the Year of the Rabbit, Funbie Studios have some funny rabbit costumes for your Transformers. Pretty cool. Don't forget these things are 3D printed, so you can print them off at home. And speaking of printing things off at home, now you remember I always mention that Funbie Studios are great because you can print these off at home and you can scale them up or scale them down however you want. And Funbie Studios released this picture of the octopus that they released from the Transformers the movie, the real Transformers the movie. So they've released this octopus a while ago now, and one of their customers did this 150 times bigger than what they actually expected anyone. So it's 150% more than the original plans were for, and made this to fit in your masterpiece collection. Look at that. So this really does show whenever I say, you know, if you like what you see here, you can scale it up and scale it down to fit whatever you want it to fit. Here is the proof. Absolutely phenomenal. Love seeing what people do with this 3D printed stuff. Really cool. Now we head over to Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu. So Dr. Wu, we already know, is releasing their Energy Dragon, which is their take on Trypticon, and they've already released the original colors, and now, much like New Age, they seem to be releasing all of the colors under the sun. And I think I'm right, someone will tell me if I'm not. I think this is an Evangelion version, so this is really based on the anime Evangelion, and I like these colors. These are super cool. Really like what they've done here. I love Evangelion as well, so it's really good to see this. We usually get an Evangelion Prime, but now we're getting this one. And then there's this one that's more like a black and purple version. I'm not sure. Is this the... Can somebody let me know down in the comments where this one is from? Because this one is something I don't recognize. I don't know where the black and purples have come from this, but I do have to say, black, purple and grey, I'm always down for some black, purples and grey, especially when it comes to Decepticons. I'm always a bit of a sucker for that, so I'll always end up buying those ones. Again, looks really cool. I really like the way that this thing does all three of its modes. Very good. Dr. Wu's done some very interesting stuff with this Energy Dragon. Very good little model. Do you remember Maketoys? Remember Maketoys? Well, they're back. We are seeing little rumours, little murmurs, and little pictures coming out that looks like Maketoys are going to be making a comeback in 2023. And the first figure they're going to be releasing is this bad boy. Now, I think, if I remember rightly, this bad boy was promised quite a few years ago, and now looks like we're going to finally get it. Really cool. Looks like a good figure. I think prototypes were actually seen at a few conventions a while back as well, so we know that it's gone through the prototype stage already, so hopefully it should be a quick turnaround. Nice. Magic Square Combaticons looks like it's just round the corner now as well, because we can now see the full set here, and also the little leggy down in the corner. We've seen on Weibo a few little colour versions of this. Looks good, looks okay, but again, for me, it seems to just lack anything that doesn't make it look like it's made of marshmallow. But as a version of the Combaticons, I'm excited to see what the full set looks like, and hopefully, new age, hint hint, time to get your Combaticons out. And again, a happy new year, this time from Fanshobby, who shared that they are flying high in the year of the rabbit, because they showed off what I believe is an Armada Jetfire. If I'm wrong, I'm sure people will comment on this one down in the comments. I had to say, I had to do a little bit of research on this one. Armada is not my strongest point. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that looks nice. That looks cool. What is it? So I think it's an Armada Jetfire, but I'll hold my hands up and say I am not 100% certain, but it does look hella cool. And then we got a quick look at this. No, my friends, this is not a malnutritioned, emaciated bear. This is Beast Wars Cheetor. Brown Cheetor. I don't get it. This is ugly. I have to say the bot mode is okay. The alt mode is horrible. The alt mode looks significantly like a pound shop version of this figure, or a dollar store figure. This looks pretty cheap. For me, it looks like it lacks paint. It definitely lacks spots for a Cheetor. I really don't like this at all. I was really hopeful when I saw Battle Trap. I was like, oh, these figures are going to look pretty damn good. But since then, what a nosedive. One thing I will give them is that at least all the plastic seems to be the same shading, which with Air Razor was a comment that I'd made, that I wish they'd get all the plastic the same color. They have with this, and I know with the previous Cheetor with the yellow on that, it was all over the place. So I don't know if they've had to go for this color because they just can't color match at Hasbro anymore when it comes to the plastics. But like, the spots are in just the weirdest of places. Like, cheetahs only have spots on just their joints and not anywhere else. Like, it's bizarre. It's really bizarre. Like, I get that it's the mechanical machine thing together and it's not the flesh former, so I'm happy about that, but it's bizarre. It boggles my mind when I look at this figure. And then the bot mode is just kind of standard, nothing to write home about. If I kind of saw this as one of those transforming beasts in a pound shop or a dollar store and this was the robot mode, I'd say, yeah, that looks about right. It just screams of cheapness and laziness, unfortunately. I just hope they do something a little bit better actually in the movie. So let's compare the one we get in the movie with the one that we get now as the figure. And what we pretty much see is a yellow Cheetor versus a brown Cheetor. We see that maybe there's a few more spots on the one in the movie, especially where there's none in the robot one. I think the figures, the color's wrong to start with. Yeah, it's horrible. The one in the movie strikes me as actually being not so bad. If they just made this thing yellow, gave it a wash or something, I don't know, what a bizarre figure. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments, because I hate it. And then we also got some pictures of Scourge, who, for me, it's the opposite way round for this one. I'm not too keen on the bot mode. The alt mode is incredible and just looks like something out of Mad Max or something like that. Very, very, very cool. The bot mode, though, I have to say I'm not that big a fan of, but I am glad that they've gone down a different route from just giving him Prime's head and just doing a different version of Prime. So they've not been lazy, so at least on screen there will be a difference between these two. So I'm happy about that, but I don't know what it is. There's just something that's, maybe it'll grow on me. It's not overly bad, it's just not something I like, but I love the alt mode. Also, Hasbro are doing one of their fan first streams on next Tuesday. I'll be covering that after it all happens. So again, my news next week will probably be on the Wednesday, because that'll give me time to digest everything that happens on the Tuesday night, which is cool. I like it when they do these things on the Tuesday. Hopefully we'll see a few more reveal from Rise of the Beasts, and maybe they can tell us where all of Cheetor's spots have gone. So that is everything from me on this Transformers Wednesday. Thanks as always for your support and tuning in. And I'll see you in my next video. Alright team, in a bit. Peace!